Oh, please, dancing.
I'm popping the trunk.
You're popping something. Jesus Christ.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. I think we live. I think we live.
Live and die.
We're live. We're live, baby.
Live. We're live.
Yo, yo, yo. You are now tuned in live. To Pop the Trunk. What up, what up? My name is Vinnie Paz. I'm here with my co-host with the co-most, the Mr. Majestic, left, right, left kid, Mr. Brennan Long. What's the word by now?
Yo, I'm live.
You
Not
is.
in the building with you. I'm in my own building, but it's
Right.
episodio numero 12 and sap.
See.
Traditions live and direct. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Who's out there? Shout out to all the trunkies. We don't have a name for our...
Billy's was almost
Someone said trunk poppers, which wasn't bad.
Trunk
Billy came up with one that was ill, but was almost like a slur.
No, yeah.
I didn't realize it.
That was
I-
the joke. Don't repeat that.
I will not.
No?
But I will say this.
Can I look over? Can I do one of these and then say it?
No.
Right.
You know?
Right. Look like
Not
like
while
Billy,
we're live.
like Billy did when he was with his son in the Dallas.
Oh my God! I got a follow up to that.
Oh boy.
I got a
Your own
follow-up to that.
or like
my
your
own?
with
Oh
your
my
kids?
God! Yeah. So,
Check
sometimes.
this.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look, we're live. We're streaming now on YouTube. We never did this before. We did something similar, right, Billy, with some JMT stuff, but not on.
Yeah,
this
it's a little
scale.
different. Yeah.
Now with me.
Yeah. So right.
That's all that matters.
Peace to everyone out there listening live. If you're listening on the
Yeah.
podcast,
What up?
What up? If you're listening when you normally listen, yeah, Billy did some, some studying and said that people appreciate things like this. So, we're gonna do the show, but you'll be here with us, and if you behave,
Special Monday
You know.
night episode.
right,
You get us 2 days early. Gross.
right. If you behave
Sorry.
yourselves, maybe
Yeah.
we'll talk to y'all a little bit. But you're tuned into Pop the Trunk with Vinnie Paz, my co-host with the co-most, Mr.
Yo.
Brandon Long, Irish
Yo,
Billy
yo.
on the ones and twos, holding it down.
What up?
Guys, not only is it May the 4th,
right?
Star Wars Day, but we got
Right.
some New York Knicks and Sixers action.
Yes,
too.
and
It's
we have New
halftime.
York Knicks and Sixers fans on this show. New
Knicks are
York,
beating the
too.
dog shit out of the Sixers right now.
I'm genuinely surprised at the confidence I saw from fellow Philadelphia fans when I was mocking our Boston homies, our
Yep.
crew.
Mhm.
Basically, to me, it was like that was the victory. You know what I'm saying? Knocking them off and talking shit to all our Boston guys. There was no
Well, we got the next round.
Listen, we got
Right, not
smoked
from
in
me.
game one.
Now,
We got
that-
smoked in game one of that. So don't.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, man, 2 years ago, this team did us dirty.
Mm.
Paul George is 75 years old, and we gave him $400 million.
He's 75 years old in
it-
dog years.
In typical Philly fashion, you're from a city of winners, but not the Knicks, but New York.
Not the
I mean,
Knicks,
you're a
1973.
Yankee. You're a Yankee fan, though, bro, and the Yanks are,
We haven't won since 09, though.
yeah.
It's getting to be a little. I mean,
But-
this is 17 years, bro.
With that said, though, B, the Sixers haven't won since '83.
And the Knicks 73.
Yeah, but
So
you're
for
still
the
in New
size
York.
of this city, let's be honest.
No, that's true. That's
Yo.
really poor organization to not
Bro,
bring New
like-
York a chip.
Bro, the Jets, the Mets, the Knicks, all at separate times, probably the Jets currently and the Mets currently, have been like rated the poorest run.
Yeah, but
franchise.
someone that doesn't live there and understand the dynamic and the enormity of that city, B, will be like, you got the Yanks who got chips, you got the Giants who got chips. Now, I
Right.
understand. If you're from Queens or the island, guys, you have to understand. People from New York don't just say, oh, well, you got the Yankees, and that's you go. No, some people just ride for the Mets.
The
They
Mets.
don't care about the Yankees.
Two of my best friends are like diehard Mets fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I know
And
some.
I'll give it up. City Field I like better than Yankee Stadium now.
I've never been to Citi Field. I was at both Yankee stadiums.
Okay.
but
The new one and the house
right.
that Ruth built.
I didn't. Right. I was at House that Ruth built. The house that Ruth built. I took my nephew to a game. I was at the new one for the Big Four. Remember Slayer and
Yeah.
Metallica. So I haven't seen a game there. But
What'd you
I've been
think
there.
about the new one? It's kind of drab, right?
I was unimpressed. Again, I use the word enormity. The enormity of the city. You know, the city that never
Yeah.
sleeps. It is the hub of the world, of everything,
Right.
from fashion to culture to everything. I was unimpressed, considering that this is the Yankees. It's Yankee
It's just
Stadium.
a gray, like cement, thing inside. There's no like.
I think you used the word drab, right? You said it's
Yeah, it's
pretty
drab.
drab. It's
Yeah.
drab. I
Yeah.
think Citizens Bank is more lit
Mhm.
than
I agree.
than
But that's
Yankee
why I
Stadium.
think I'm going to come down to Philly this summer for Yankees Phillies.
But I'm also not saying this as a Yankee hater. I don't hate the Yankees
Right.
at all.
You said
If
that.
I hate the team I hate in the NL is the Red Sox. I fucking
The AL.
hate that team. I hate that
Yeah.
team.
Who do you hate in the NL? Do you hate the Mets?
Yeah, I hate the Mets.
You hate the Mets.
You know what it is, man? It's
Yeah,
like
rest in peace, John Sterling. Shout out to One Man Deep 201. Yeah, John Sterling, the voice of the Yankees.
I
passed
saw
away
that.
this morning. So
I
pretty
saw that.
sad. Voice of
Well,
most of our childhood.
I was just
via
gonna
the
say
radio.
those things become like childhood things. When me,
That's
I
the
don't
guy.
care if you're not
The Yankees win. Yeah. He used to say, he would come up with names like an A bomb for A-Rod.
Yeah.
If
you're not like a huge fan of a Yankee fan, it's still your childhood. It's like when Mean Gene passed. I don't care if someone's not a
Right.
wrestling mark. It's like
Right.
your part of you
Right.
is going away. A part of you is dying.
It is. Like even those Yankee teams that, when they started buying the teams, an A-Rod, an A-bomb
Yeah.
for A-Rod, the great Giambino.
Yeah.
Jason, he used to say it for Jason Giambi, but the great Giambino.
Did he has brass balls saying that for all the
Right.
gas that fucker was on.
He would also, if they hit back-to-back home runs, he'd go back to back, belly to belly. But yeah, rest in peace, John Sterling. One of my all-time favorites. He was also famous for getting calls wrong. So it'd be like, and that's up and it's out of there. Oh wait, no, he caught it in the short fly ball.
Well, let's not
mince
mince words here. And this isn't aimed at a New Yorker, Harry Callis, Richie Ashburn. A lot of those dudes would tie on a load.
Yeah.
That was kind of our childhood. Everyone that called everything.
Oh yeah,
was
those
pretty
guys
much
are
a
having
drunk.
drinks in the
John
sun.
Kruk might be doing that nowadays.
Yeah, the Krukers still holding the diz down for the drunks.
Krukers
Those dudes are getting when I said when you come through the studio, one
Right.
time, right up the street, Celebrates a pizza shop. That's where Harry the K and Whitey they get pies from Celebrates just brought up to the John with the beer and the vodka.
Love it.
We are not a sports show by any stretch of the imagination, but I want to touch on something, Irish Billy, with you and B, because you laid some money down this weekend because it was a huge sports.
We have to
weekend.
touch on this because we just
do.
knock him out the box.
Right. But I want to talk about, Billy, your friend here, Long, and the fucking amount of, we didn't even take this into consideration, Billy, when we were putting bets in for you, right? That this fucking mush went fucking 0 for 3.
0 for 3.
And the only one, Billy, where I was like, you might be right there, is the pick that lost you your money.
Of course.
So if you really want to talk about being a mush,
he extra
had a bad
mushed
weekend.
me.
Yes, he doubled down on
I
the
picked
mushing.
anyway, though, didn't I?
No, you picked Junto.
I picked Nakatani?
Yes.
I did, didn't I?
And you picked Zordo. And I was like, I'm going to ride with you with Resendiz. And that's the one that you mushed him. Because I was like, Billy, 3-fight parlay. Take Inoue. Take Benavidez. And take Resendez. And the one that he agreed with me on, Billy, is the one that mushed us. Look, as I repeat to everyone that's joining us for the first time, we are not a sports show. We have a boxing show called Knock 'Em Out the Box.
Knock him out the box.
Big up to the monster Inoue.
Yeah.
Fighting a pound for pound.
And the
guy.
Mexican monster.
And the Mexican monster, El Monstro, Benavidez going up 25 pounds. Brennan thought it might be a bit too much. I
Well,
don't think he was wrong with that.
I think I thought because of how good Zerto's looked at that weight that I didn't think he would
looked
get
great.
the balls beaten off of him by a guy that much smaller than him, and he did.
He looked smaller than him.
Right.
Shout out my friend Mac Danzig, who texted me and said, Vin, I'm telling you.
Good dude.
Yeah, Mac's a great dude. I'm telling you, Vin, that guy was eating shots. He was not hurt until that eye. He's like, that is a broken orbital bone.
Oh, yeah.
So would Zordo have just sustained a drug? B, we said no matter what we did predict if there was to be a stoppage, basically on either part, it would be sustaining too many shots, not one guy getting chinned. We were talking about both guys.
I mean, he broke his face. It was the Daniel Dubois scenario where he then went and took a knee. You know what I mean? He broke his eye.
Yeah, I mean,
it was bad. The Nakatani Inoue fight was much more tactical. I think people were unimpressed with that win, but
I was very impressed.
I was impressed with both guys, actually, to tell you the truth.
High level stuff. The one exchange, B, that lasted maybe 13, 14 punches where all of each of their shots missed. It ends with them smiling at each other.
Smiling at each other, yeah.
We are so intellectually.
Someone was asking me, does that warrant a rematch? And I think I would love to see another one. Run it back. I don't mind fights like that. And I think the general public is like, it's that hype for big fights when guys are at such a high level that it sort of disappoints the casuals, but the diehards like love a fight like that.
I thought it was great. I thought it was entertaining. I was thoroughly entertained. I love watching high guys operate at that level.
I tell you, mid rounds, I thought Nakatani had him. Inoue looked like he was reaching, like, you know what I mean? And Nakatani.
Well, we talked about how's he going to get clipped, reaching in or jumping in with that bunny rabbit style that sort of Pacquiao, sort of created, if you will, jumping into something, a counter, not a counter, but we said how good Nakatani is countering. Catch him coming in, rip him with an uppercut. They traded some shots. I had it. I've watched it twice live. I had it 116, 112 for Inoue. Second time I had it 117, 111 for Inoue. But guys, it wasn't some sort of whitewashing. There were one or two rounds that could flip.
Yeah.
He landed big left hands. I just said, well, is that enough for the whole round? He would fly his head. I think some people were questioning whether or not Inoue was chinny after, he gets knocked down. Like, B, we talked about knock him out the box over and over again.
Right.
Tito would always get knocked down and get up and then dog walk somebody. He just got knocked down a lot. Do you view him as chinny looking back, B?
No. I don't.
Certainly not in his prime, right?
No, and if you get back up and then win, I don't find you chinny. No.
Right.
Yeah, anyway, guys, we're gonna keep doing some more knock 'em out the boxes. So I think and we may have some, depending on how this goes, maybe we'll start doing them like this.
Yeah.
Give you guys a little taste of live, and see what you guys think if we do a
if y'all watch the fights this weekend, feel free to let us know in the comments or whatever.
Yeah,
what's going on.
They seem. I just took a peek. They seem excited about the fights, but so how do you feel about doing this live, boys? You guys like this?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always a level of I think you've asked me before, B, in our personal lives, but I think you asked on air, like, do I get nervous before shows?
Mm-hmm.
Rapping, I mean.
Yeah.
I think there's an element of that here, of nervousness, of
I know Billy
to
was
perform.
nervous. Billy called me at
wanted
8
to
in the
make
morning.
sure it went live.
I know
now that
why
we
Billy,
are live.
I think Billy was more nervous about that, B. Not me
This
and
is-
you
this
are
is
really
where-
over
this is where-
analytical about our performances, me and you.
Right.
You're very hard on yourself when
Sure.
it comes to that stuff.
Sure.
Regarding the podcasts.
Well, then I read the comments and what's my friend's name again?
Gary Allen.
Gary
Please don't
Allen.
disrespect him. Do you
Gary
have reason
Allen.
to believe Gary
Gary
Allen
Allen
is
hates
watching
my-
live?
Gary
I
Allen-
don't have reason to believe yet that Gary Allen.
Gary
is
Allen
in
is
the
out
comments.
Yeah,
there
but you
watching
think he would
terribly.
come in as Gary Allen? is what I'm
I don't know
saying
what
to you.
I don't know what Gary Allen would do a running as. You know what I mean? Maybe is it like you know, in terms of like wrestling parlance, right? Would he have
Right.
like a different moniker? You know,
Would he do the
Would-
Dusty Rhodes of Midnight Rider?
right? Or
Right.
you know, yeah, come in as Gold Dust and
If we see a Midnight Rider in there,
right,
that's fucking
that's Gary Allen.
yeah, that's Gary. That's Dusty in Florida when he got run out of town. Are you laughing because you remember this?
Gary
First off,
Allen.
Dusty. Imagine Dusty's body dressed in a mask. Like it's Dusty.
Right.
Like I'm little. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
daughters.
What was the wasn't the Repo Man? Wasn't he also Demolition? The dude from Demolition?
Oh yeah, because all those dudes would come in with Vince, and he was like, no, 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 no. You're not being what you were in the territories.
Right.
Once you come here, I'm owning your likeness, your
Right.
name.
You got
know
to be
what I mean?
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like homeboy, remember the Mountie B? Because you only had
Yeah.
you've said to
Mountie. Who was the
yeah,
Mountie?
he was mad things. Someone just saw him at the WrestleCon in
Yeah,
Vegas. 'cause,
cattle prod. Remember that?
yeah. But they were like, yo, I saw the Mountie, and whoever was talking, like, went through his 4 other names. And I was like, oh, yeah. Like Jacques, he was Jacques something.
But he is legit Canadian.
Yeah, I think French Canadian, actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
not
right.
just Canadian, but French Canadian.
Well, that was like when I told you my first college roommate. We would watch because he had the like New England. He lived far enough away from New York City where he had like the territories, and he would tell me, you know, this is the height of the Attitude Era, right? My freshman year of college, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's stunning Steve Austin."
Yeah, well, your backstory is that you were blown away when you got hip to the territories. Like, yo, I'm a New Yorker. I only know these guys as this.
I had no idea, and the only sort of inkling that, like, you know, you go back into a memory, right?
Sure.
Like you didn't know while it was happening. So
Sure.
that one of my older neighbors across the street from me was really into wrestling, had the magazine subscriptions.
Yeah.
So I remember flipping through the magazines and seeing wrestlers who like were not on Saturday morning.
Right.
You know what I mean? And being like, who the fuck is and then like it was, that was who this guy then became, or that guy then became, you know, but he was able to tell me all about it. I still wasn't, you know, as into it as you guys. I think I told you we didn't have cable in the rooms. So the floors would pack out into like the main lobby.
Yeah.
Our dorm rooms didn't have cable my freshman year. So the only place that had cable was in like the main area of each floor of the dorm. So every floor had cable, just not the actual dorm rooms. So they would watch like in the common area.
I think what the thing with the Attitude Era, where you hear people of our age, Billy's younger than us. So Billy was
like what,
young during the Attitude Era to be running around like a maniac during the Attitude Era. The thing with me, B, and you were on the East Coast.
That was a perfect time for that, though.
Perfect time.
Right.
B, you were on the East Coast in college. So I wasn't like not going out to watch wrestling, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's when I was ripping and running. I was out, whether it was battling, rhyming on the street, riding around with graffiti.
So you took a wrestling break at this point?
I wouldn't say it was a break, but I would catch things like, set a VCR or watch it at a different time. Or
right.
If we're out and there's someone having people over, or this girl's parents are out of town and everyone's there and there's a party, like throw it on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You hear other people's story of it, like the cool
factor. Into it?
Well,
I was into it.
Yeah, but here's a huge thing.
I imagine.
Here's a huge thing.
I can imagine.
Yeah, he was fucking.
Well, you know what was going on at that time. That's when Willpower was running.
That's when Willpower was born.
Right.
So what grade were you, Bill, in 98, 99? That was my freshman year of college.
Well, 96, 97, 98, it's like the fucking
I remember
Monday
I think
Night
I saw
Wars.
Goldberg's like debut.
That's like 97.
Okay.
So you were still home.
Okay.
But it was on major TV. You had New York had TNT and TBS.
Yeah. I remember I did.
You would have been in 12th grade when shit really started popping.
Yeah.
off.
What year did Buff Bagwell break his neck?
98.
Okay. I remember like kids in school the next day, because I was in high school when that happened, being like, yo, did you? Because they thought it was fake.
Yeah.
And it was real, right? He really did break his neck, right? Live on TV.
Well, he did that fucking swerve, Billy. Remember?
Yeah, I think Buff's was real.
But remember, he did the swerve where he came out with Steiner in the wheelchair and he got up. I was like, this is dastardly, like because
Right.
that shit was lit and people would. That was water cooler shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's dead, man. You go. All right, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data of wrestling, right? Statistically speaking, it's never been bigger, right? Because TKO owns UFC and WWE, and they're going to Saudi and da 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 da. Bro, did you ever see the numbers? It's like 1 million people watching. There were 10 million people watching when we were
kids.
yeah,
Well, yeah,
like,
because they probably catch it on clips, Vin.
well, that's the naysayers.
How do they consume it?
The naysayers say it's all YouTube, IG reels, clips. This
So
thing
they
of
don't
The
watch a
Rock coming
full
back
match.
no.
Right.
Oh, this thing of The Rock did 500 million views in a week. You know what I mean? So like you said, it's all clips. But culturally, like when you had to link up, you know, there was no the best you could do as far as recording is set a VHS alarm. You know what I'm saying? No TiVo, no DVR, none of that shit. And
Shout out
it was
to
just
TiVo.
but
Coolest thing I ever saw.
the thing is like I was a bit older where people were like, these guys are cool. I was like, these guys are cornballs. Like people like thought NWO were like, that was hot shit.
Bro, there was
I'm like, yo, Kevin Nash is a
19-year-old
fucking dork.
19-year-old kid, 20-year-old men, really, on a college campus, like doing that fucking thing.
That thing with their hands. Suck
like,
it was
Well,
the
I was.
WWF,
I think I was like
people.
8th grade, going into 9th grade, so I was like allowed.
No, you're
to do
fine.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I'm
yeah,
saying, Billy.
I mean, I would have thought you were a dork because you watch wrestling. I'm like wrestling dork.
I'm 18, 19
Never
when it
tapped out,
really
willpower.
starts popping. And I'm like, yo, Cool G Rap is cool. This is who you think is cool? This Kevin Nash guy's got the long white guy hair with the reverse Tupac bandana on. I'm like, oh, this guy's a fucking dork.
So that shit blew, like to tie that into this show, the hip hop influence of the 90s, like infiltrating, like, yo, the one guy was X-Pac.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3 kid was X-Pac.
Yeah, Sean Waltman.
Right. And I remember being like, he sucked as the 1, 2, 3 kid. He's even worse as X-Pac. And his finishing move is to rub his balls in your face.
To do it, to put his ding all over you.
Right. So like, I remember just being like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? But
my homegirl, who's very successful, she has a new, I think there's a new book, but she wrote shows. Remember that show Blackish? I think that was she was writing for that. But she posted
Anthony
something.
Anderson and Larry Fishburne. Lawrence, excuse me.
She's writing something about her promoting a new book or whatever, and she's like, with hubby at the release thing, and it's X-Pac. I'm like, you married X-Pac?
Her husband's X-Pac, the 1, 2, 3
like,
kid?
What the fuck is happening here? Like my homegirl. I'm like, wait, what is happening here?
I didn't mean to offend her.
No. That's not where I was taking that. I'm just going.
Look at me,
this is the most bizarre. No, that's not what I'm saying. It was just mad bizarre to me because I was like, yo, I wanted to kill X-Pac when he was on one company. Then he goes to the other company. I wanted to kill him there too. I'm gonna pack this guy up.
You married the biggest dork in wrestling.
It's
the white guy Jerry Curl in wrestling is also diabolical, and there was a lot of them.
Well, Scott and Crewed Up together because Scott Hall had it.
That's what I'm saying. There was mad white guy Jerry.
Him, Nash, and X-Pac were doing the like. We're mad influenced by commercial rap, but we're not young because all those guys.
That's what
X-Pac was young, but Nash and Hall were on like their 4th, 5th gimmick.
Right.
And Hogan was like our age now, but then.
Yes.
So you're going, yo, like y'all. I go, how is this perceived as cool? And I'm thinking this in real time, not now in 2026. I mean in real time, 30 years ago.
Yeah. I was like, these dudes are old.
But B, it's something that
but Scott Hall was always cool though, no matter what.
Yeah, but also, like this isn't a shot at anyone, but we always OD on dissing people and forget that we're from where we're from, where motherfuckers are just cool. If you're going to college in Omaha, and you're like, we're destroying,
and
you're like smashing beers.
Razor Ramon was like the coolest thing you ever seen.
Right, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. You're like, no, I want to hang these posters up in my room. I was just like, my level of cool is so much more different than that and more
Right.
ill. Like I'm like, no, the low lifes are cool. No, like Junior Black Mafia is cool. Like it was, you was culturally, we
Well-
were just more advanced or more degenerate. There was more degeneracy in who we were into. Maybe that's
Maybe.
more wholesome to think.
I thought, you know, Scott Hall was, I still think that dude is cool.
But I even
Rest
mean
in
like
peace.
I like Stone Cold, bro. You know, like
Yeah.
I liked the give. I wasn't like I didn't look at him the way I looked at G-Rap or something, or
Right.
the way I
No,
looked
of
at
course not.
Fly
Yeah.
Tie, or the way I looked at Kane or something. You know what I mean? There was like levels to this.
No.
Like,
It
you
was
know,
cool for that thing.
for that deal. But these are people that people like marked out and like, you know how we'd want to be people be like, yo, I saw this.
Yeah, no. The only
Like,
person
I wanted to
still
be
wanna
Grand
be,
Poobah. I didn't want to be no wrestler.
Mr. Perfect is who I want to be.
Well, you still want to be. You're still fucking gay for Kurt Hennig.
I still mark out.
I
for-
still spit my gum out and
I
slap
still
it
slap
like in
it.
a parking lot.
every fucking time I still spit and swap my.
Long.
So-
Here's the real question: do you
What's that?
like when he switched gimmicks in WCW and did the rap as crap?
It pains me that that's
Because
a real thing. But in
I
the same
think it's
breath, I
fucking
like it.
brilliant.
I
I
like
think
it,
it's
yeah.
fucking.
It's
Bro,
funny.
the first off, fucking Kurt Hennig's from Minnesota. That crew was called the West Memphis Rednecks, and they beefed with Master P and No Limit. And for some reason, Hennig becomes a redneck, which, I mean, Minnesota, Minneapolis is a lot of things, but hillbilly is not
Right.
one that comes to your mind.
Well,
There
he
wa-
does like the hunt and fish and whatnot.
Yeah. But Billy, do
saved
you
Wade
remember
Boggs.
that? Like it was as WCW was dying.
Not
You
particularly.
don't remember? No, he made a song, like played guitar,
And rap is crap.
rap is crap.
Yeah.
That I do not.
Oh, it was art. It was art.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vinny sent it to me
rap
for like
is crap.
the last 10 years.
Yeah, like once a year I sent it to this long. So what's going on with y'all? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say someone mentioned China in the comments. She'd be returning in her grave, and it made me remember. So there was a period. It wasn't a long period where I thought I was gonna be a wrestler because I was in the
Tell
backyard.
us.
I mean, let's not be.
Can we just?
He still thinks he's gonna be a wrestler, B.
I know.
Wow. Like I said, willpower has still never tapped out. So
Can you
That's what I'm saying.
tell?
Well, I was in CCW, Carnage Championship Wrestling, backyard league. Jumped off a fire escape onto my cousin through a table in an alleyway. You
Do
know,
I know this cousin?
yes, McGruff's brother.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to China was at like a bar in Delco, like signing autographs. And when I got up there, I asked her for advice on how to be a wrestler, and her advice was don't suck Triple H's dick.
Wow, that's a dart. She came through for you, like word.
That was
Right.
it.
That was it. That's all
And
she
how old
said.
were you? Can I just ask you how
It was
old?
probably 8th or 9th grade.
What
Jesus.
besides saying that to a 13-year-old, was she
Right,
cool
which is-
or was she like dismissive?
It was like move on after that, but I laughed at that she gave me like a
Oh
comment
no,
like
it's
that.
it's an ill bar. You never know when people are like, they sort of have resigned to that life of being at a bar in Delco or Long Island or something.
She didn't seem like she wanted to be there.
Yeah, okay. Then
She seemed like she had to be there
Why did someone mention China? What
because we're
I don't
talking
know what
about
we
the
said
1, 2, 3
that-
kid.
Yeah, she'd be rolling over in her grave. Yep, that's what they said.
Oh, okay. Oh, because my homegirl
Right,
took her man
Right,
is what
right.
the implication is there.
right.
Yeah, so B is a mush. He's carrying on tradition. That's not stopping.
Well, it is what it is, bro. All right.
What's going
I tried
on
to
with y'all?
I tried to make some provocative picks. Didn't work in my favor.
It didn't.
Certainly didn't work in Billy's favor because he's back on the sardine cans.
Well, we don't know
playing
that because
banjo.
it was a huge Philly sports weekend as well, and I don't know how he did there because I
How'd
don't
you
know
do,
what his
Bill?
bets were.
I ended up getting my money back to break even on a crazy Sixers parlay with a bunch of stuff that hit and
See,
brought
that's
me
all
back.
that matters.
But I'm still riding the trains.
If you can
Riding rails, baby.
he riding rail. If you came back, that's all that matters, though. As long as you're not,
The thing about riding trains is it ain't that bad. People look down on it, and I love it.
the only thing
really-
I don't understand of the life of a bindle stick train rider is this. I'll never understand the high population of bums on the East Coast.
Right.
Wouldn't
why?
you
When
just
it's
be
Wouldn't
like,
you go?
now
I guess
hate
it's not
that.
the easiest thing to thumb it.
I think it is. I think everything
disagree?
that you, every
Like
fucking
all of
thing,
your beggins, like if
Just
you
all
go-
could
your
just start
beggings of
walking.
one day can get you a fucking train across
right
the fucking country.
a one way down to Miami.
Just
I
for
would go
one day, don't buy that dope.
I remember
or
like maybe
don't-
the second or third
Maybe that's the
day,
issue.
second or third time I was in South Beach. I was talking to this dude that looked. He had like fly gear on,
Mhm.
but you could see like it was a thin veil of, you know, to cover and smother the crackiness of him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
I do.
as I was talking to him, I was like, oh, this motherfucker a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? But like he
I-
had on like one of them like Versace joints, those like silk Versace shirts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, the
So I was
park
like-
drones.
So I was talking to the dude, and I'm like we're like, I'm doing this. And have you ever been like all the way down the end of Collins? There's like a park there. Actually, there's boxing shit in that park. I'm standing in that park. I'm hanging out. I'm talking to this guy. And I'm like, yo, man, you ain't got nowhere to live, right? Like I said that to him. And he
That's
goes,
a crazy dog.
no, because he was asking me for like where you was about to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, and I was like,
yeah.
and I'm doing the whole like, why are you worried about me?
Right.
You know? So I just looked at him like gave him like and of course now I've been, you know, I'm having a couple of refreshments throughout
we
the
know where
course
this
of,
is going, Billy.
you know. So I looked at him and I went, yo, do you live? You ain't got nowhere to go. Do you live in this park? You know what I mean? And he was like, why you asking me that? And I was like, that's a little intuition.
Yeah.
I said, I got a question though. Where'd you get all this gear from? He's like, yo, man. When these motherfuckers go swimming in the water, I take their shit right off the beach.
Oh, he called
And I was like-
back.
and
I'm
I
with
was
that.
like,
Smart.
So
That's
he
a
had
come
like,
up.
you know, so like if someone goes down, some rich guy,
But he was full bum.
full bum.
Okay, because
Hundo.
what I was gonna say to you is,
No,
Billy,
100%.
you'll know this from your
I
route.
bought him a
Billy.
sandwich at Las Olas.
Okay, Billy, you'll know this growing up in Philly. There is this halfway, you know, they would call them halfway crooks. There's these dudes at my bodega, right? And me and Musa are like, they move like bums, but they are homed.
They're homed.
Like I believe that there is a roof somewhere at the end of the night, but every other part of them is bum behavior.
There's electricity in their future when you see them.
Yes, but they be
Gotcha.
in
Hot
there,
water.
like they hang out in there. Again, I'm not teaching you nothing you don't know, but it's like their bar. Like you
Oh,
know in the bodega,
Yeah.
they illegally give you shots, like
Sure.
$5 for a shot, but you're not
Yeah,
allowed
yeah.
by law to do that, but they do it.
right.
At the
Like we have
Chino-
nutcrackers up here.
yeah, like at the Chino,
Yeah.
joint, it's almost an extension of a speakeasy, like you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
the Chino
Yeah, of
stores.
course.
These dudes are in
Shout
there
out to
like
nutcrackers.
where this is their spot. Like if me and you and Billy were like, yo, after the fights, we're going over to blah blah blah. It might be like Diamante's spot or something.
Yeah.
They're like post thing at the end of the day is like, let's go over there and be in there. They're like rolling blunts in there.
I love these
They're
guys.
drinking in there. And I'm like, yo, Musa, they're like a strange breed of bum because they are housed
House bums.
and they have like a degree of financial, like they're buying things, you know, they'll still hit you up. Like,
what if
yo,
like
yo-
that's their job and they go home after that day?
the
walk
one
in the
dude
house,
is in
they
city.
kiss their wife,
is-
get into
right.
bed.
The
Huh?
one dude is in city, like uniform.
Oh,
And that's like a good gig
yeah.
to work for the
So he's
in
got
any
attention.
city. In any city.
So he just gets off of work and goes and hangs with his homeboys, and they happen to be house bums.
Yes, but they'll still be like, yo, salam alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me get that 50 cent. I'm like, yo, you're a home the bum. Like pack you up.
Right. Do you take a gander at their shoes?
Homed bum.
You got to take a gander at their shoes.
Of course.
It's always
like,
the
no.
tell.
There's one dude.
Like if they got laces in their shoes.
There's one dude who got he got his shit blown off his head. Like it
He's
looks
got
like
like a dent.
we call him Halfhead. His
You're not even
shoes.
creative with it. You're just like, hey,
No.
Halfhead.
I didn't even come with the Illmatic dart with the name. We call him Halfhead. A big fat John walked in like the other week and greeted him by his real name, and I was like, "Yo, Scott, I now know Halfhead's real name," so it adds to the illness of it. But his kicks is fucked up. So my thing, I think
Halfhead's got some problems.
He does, but I still want to say he's homed. I'll bet he lives in a group home.
I was gonna. Okay, so
or a men's shelter.
All right, that's the okay. All right. So listen, let's chat about that. Halfhead in a group home with fucked up with
Billy. What part specifically are you laughing at?
I'm all
listen to
in
me.
on
Listen
the
to me.
stop.
Listen.
You're
Listen.
in? All right.
No.
all right.
So
Go
no.
ahead,
Listen. That's he gets an exemption. So you just named like a whole bunch of reasons, you know, and you call him Halfhead, so he's got to live with that stigma.
I'm going to tell you this before you before you lay out excuses for him.
It's not
Halfhead's a fucking dickhead, and the only
He's a
one
dick
in there
Halfhead.
I have active beef with. Like I won it with him, no puff.
So listen to me.
I won it with Halfhead. The other brothers in there.
But listen to his life.
I'm shutting up. I'm just saying.
Part
it
of
sounds
his
like
brain is gone.
Excuses for him. It is.
I'm not making excuses. What I'm saying is, he's housed, but probably due to half-headness, right?
Agreed.
And he gets some sort of assistance.
Agreed.
Right. So he is an exception, and he's probably like the straggler of
the crew.
The crew, right? So like they just kind of deal with him because probably gets like an assistance check. So they're like, yo, man, Halfhead on fucking the 1st and 15th. You know what I'm saying? They hit him off.
Yeah, he got the rounds all night.
Bang. You know what I'm saying? He gets them shots of.
Yo, but I hate him. I fucking hate Halfhead.
So you telling me next time I come down there, I gotta go hockey shirt, Halfhead, half hockey. What like you think he could slip a punch real good though? You know what I'm saying? Like you only got to get half out of the way.
Look, these balls is wild. There's like this little area where there's, you know, where you can legally play the numbers now, B?
Sure.
Like the machines.
Yeah.
So there's a side room that would be like the size of like you know what they're gonna call them, a mud room in a house. Like you walk in the back door and there's like a little room. There's a room like the size of that.
But your Halfhead don't have a mud room in his house.
No, he doesn't even know what that is.
Yeah, that's what you do. Start asking him fucking
shit like that.
Suburb questions.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you guys got a
No. I don't even want it like that. Like, bro, everyone in there Muslim. Everyone gives salams. Like, I don't want nothing to do. I want it with Halfhead, bro. Like, there's no way I'm getting out of this world with something not going down with Halfhead. Like Musa was like, "Yo, Paz, like I don't think we should use this bodega no more because you're gonna kill this boy."
Well, I think Musa seems to be the voice of reason that you want to fight a disabled Halfhead. I don't think
he hates him too, though.
You can hate, but not beat up a guy who
he's making it there. He like stares and don't move.
Because he can't see you because he's only got half a head.
I like how Brendan's like sticking up for Halfhead.
I think when I called him on that, he's like, no, I'm not sticking
I'm going to rescue him.
I already knew he was doing.
No, I just think Vinny is
he's
picking
like,
on that.
He's a ward of the state. They're using him for his check. Like, pack you up. So why aren't you nice then?
Who, me?
You cut me?
He should be nice.
Halfhead. If you give me a check,
nice.
if you put me in a men's shelter, I don't got to pay rent and give me a check on the 1st and 15th. I'll be happy as shit when my life is to hang up.
They might have shot out the part of his brain that like controls
the DMV. Like, why
controls kindness?
Yeah, that might have got shot out.
Can you ask AI what part of your brain controls kindness?
Yeah, that's the part. Claude.
When they gave him a wiggy, because he got they wanted Halfhead dead, because he got a wiggy. There's no way you got shot in the leg, the arm. Maybe someone was like, I was trying to send a message, but I wasn't.
They wigged Halfhead.
If you got a wiggy, you were trying to pack him up.
What if he did it himself, like cleaning his gun?
It's possible. It looks like a shotgun. Blew his shit.
That bad? Like he looks like Terminator 2?
You know when Arnold blows like off Terminator 2 with the that's how he looks, but instead of the titanium alloy, it's like a black dude head instead of the titanium alloy.
Oh my God. That's why?
And he's an asshole.
How long have you known Halfhead?
Like 9 years.
And he's not on one of our t-shirts? I'm disappointed in you.
Well, the times I've taken pics of him, I was like,
not sent them to me?
I'm always like, this is gonna be the night where this hits
It
the
happens.
crescendo because he's gonna catch me. Because you know how it's tight in Bodega,
Sure,
bro.
sure,
in East
sure.
Coast Bodega, it's tight in there. So
Right.
you can't really do the like smooth criminal John, like, oh, I'm gonna just take it like this. You know what I mean?
Does he come outside?
It's half and half because everyone's
Half?
out front. Yeah,
He's
no
half.
pun intended.
Ah.
You know the deal, depending on the weather. When the shit's nice out, look,
Right.
we're spring on the East Coast, now motherfuckers is half inside, half outside. You know, all the doors is open, so they're yelling at each other inside to the outside.
Right.
Yo, get me a Dutch. Like all that bullshit, right? But you walk out, salam alaikum. Everyone give us, everybody cool, bro. Everyone out over there, it's talking South Philly, right? Everybody there, everybody Muslim, bro. Everybody. Okay. This is like
Right.
blocks from where Beans, when Beans said, you know, I'm not going to give away his, anyone doesn't know, he says it in a rhyme. 21st and Siegel Street. Like I'm talking a block from where Beans live, right?
Right.
Everyone Muslim there. Everyone's giving salams, bro. Everyone know each other from the masjid, all of that. But Halfhead is really on some, like, I think he's daring people to blow the rest of his shit off.
Maybe. I mean, if he's got to have a head, he may just
Really,
someone finish the
what
fucking
part of the
job.
brain?
I'm like, put me out of my fucking.
It says it's a whole network, like of the brain that controls kindness. So a part of that network got
blown. His shit got
So you're
blown
saying
off.
Halfhead? See, now Billy's making excuses. So you're saying Halfhead was once a nice. What if Halfhead was always a dick? Like full. What if Fullhead was a fucking real maniac? And the part that controls your
calmed him
mania,
down.
it calmed him down.
Yeah,
We
you
didn't
think he
know
was
him
even
prior
worse?
to the
I'm,
to the Halfhead.
I'm going with that. Halfhead
He's
was
defending
worse.
him again.
I'm not defending him. Now I'm on your side. I flipped. I turncoated on Halfhead. I'm thinking Halfhead was worse.
Well, look,
Fullhead.
how good could he have been to get his shit blown off?
Yeah, there you go. See, I just
look, I'm gonna
that.
keep it real. I don't know how many people are walking around, right, still alive. Like, yo,
Now, what side of it is it?
it's like the front is pushed out. Like this is pushed down and out.
No.
Yeah, like if God gave him a karate chop on the top of his head and pushed it down and out.
So it's like,
so it goes
it's like a
out,
cheese
like
wedge. It's like a cheese wedge taken out of his forehead.
Yeah, and
Oh,
like
it's
out,
his
like an
forehead?
early one, like an early one. The forehead goes out because the missing head is the top of his lid.
Right. Do you bounce stuff on it?
I want to, but I want to rest something on it before.
Is it like a bowl? Like you could eat
like
out of
when
it?
you're paying.
Yeah.
Like if you're paying for your items,
soup,
right?
You could eat soup out of his lid.
You should when you're paying for your items, you should rest something on that half shelf part.
Like when I'm fumbling through my shit, like
right.
Like
yo, Halfhead, come here for a minute.
You got mad shit in your hands and your wallet. Like, hold on,
that's what I'm saying.
In the bowl, his head bowl.
Yeah, like throw your keys in it when you walk in there. Just throw your keys into it,
bro. I hate him so much.
Gotta meet this guy.
I hate him. There's nothing to meet though. There's no
only half.
No, just not. There's no like, yo, this my man Halfhead. Like there's nothing there.
No, I want to go.
Like
I want to go to this place.
No, that's a fact. That's happening.
I want to go there.
No, that's absolutely happening. Your next visit, but the only thing that's gonna happen is we're gonna set it on him. You know what I mean?
Excellent.
But yeah, this big fat John came in. She's like, "Oh, what's up?" And then said his real name. It was like a to-do, and I was like, "Yo, so like Halfhead really
has a history."
Yes.
Now, what you should have done was, as she was leaving, said,
pushed up, asked her questions
real quick.
Yeah,
got to
get a history.
Did you know Fullhead? And if she's like, "Oh, James," like,
right,
yeah, he used to be really handsome. He was the prom.
Right. Then I'm like, all right, spill the tea, honey.
Yeah, right. What happened to him?
Listen,
like, well, here's what happened.
Here's what happened. He was a wild boar. He ran afoul of somebody at Richard Allen Projects.
There you go.
You
got a whole backstory.
Their intent was to pack him up. They blew his shit off.
What if it's something just like a horrible accident that happened to him?
Like he was dropped on his head? Or like abused as a kid and dropped on his shit?
No. Like, he worked for the city. He was blah, 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 blah. And then, I don't know, like the top of a fire hydrant, like blew off and took half his
All right,
head.
let's go with that for a minute. Do you believe, does he get
he was stealing
for
overtime.
being a dickhead?
No, he was stealing.
No, he still shouldn't be a dickhead.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you this, man. I've been in places, wherever it may be. someone's in a wheelchair with a big smile on their face. You know what I mean? This poor person can't walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's blind kids in Gaza praying, making salah and smiling.
So we got
fuck
a
this
midget and halfhead we got to locate to bring on this show as
Are we
guests.
forming our own cast of characters?
Vinny has been. See, this is what Vinny. You said you met him 9 years ago, so it's 9 years of Vinny kind of getting halfhead riled up.
I mean, he might have been locked up.
Once we find the midget, what if the midget sits in the halfhead? Like that's his seat up there,
like a side cart for like.
Yeah, no,
I know what you mean.
Like Master Blaster from Thunderdome. You know what I mean? He just puts him. You know,
Yeah.
No, he's got the mind of a boy. You know, and
who lived in someone's chest? It was like
Krang?
that. Yeah, Krang.
Yeah, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's why.
It's like a head Krang.
It's a head.
We just call him Head Krang.
Is that the name of the episode? Head Krang.
Head Krang.
Yeah, and is halfhead's a booze bag, I presume.
Yeah.
So is the midget.
Well,
oh my God, couple of drink buddies.
Well,
One guy
do we
rides
know
around
that
head saddle?
Factually, we don't know that, or is he trying to blend in with the normal folk?
Right.
And I just got him level.
No, I think he's got a drinking problem, and he could ride around in like that little head seat. You know what I'm saying?
According to Planet, who was filled with yellow journalism and rumor and innuendo, the little fella walked in with a husky beer. Isn't that
That's
what
what I'm. That's what I'm going on. I'm going off of. Listen, it wasn't his first little rodeo. Okay.
Rodeo.
It wasn't his first little rodeo.
Maybe that's his nickname.
Halfhead with little rodeo.
Halfhead and little rodeo is there.
That's their rap. It's like 8 Ball and MJG. Halfhead
Right.
little rodeo.
Yes. Halfhead and little rodeo. Imagine
this episode.
from what
We're
I've
going,
told.
by the way, we're live going straight to hell.
Right. Yeah. You can hear the hellfire. You can hear it crisp. The crispness.
I'm getting red. It's getting hot in here.
But they would
Can't edit this one.
They would be a menace as a tandem. That's a menacing tandem. That's what
I'm saying. It's the new Master Blaster, just drunk.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
Stack for law. Yeah. I don't listen, man. I don't like Halfhead. The midget was cool. You know, there was I was getting some looks from both friends, strangers, that I'm sort of responsible for this fella.
You are?
I mean, that's how this Planet tried to make it look. That I gave him a drink.
I'm sorry.
Big.
Right.
Okay,
no,
okay.
that
You know
night
that.
it was his fault.
Nah, I think no. Not if he came in with a, with a normal sized beer.
I also want to say it's not like
Should have had a nip.
you're not because you're a midget doesn't mean you're mentally handicapped. I gave you what I gave you. If you can't handle it, right?
There's no excuse. You're the one drinking it.
This
Come on,
guy
he was an adult.
This guy was grown. No pun. That's not a pun. I mean, he was, as far as age was considered, he was grown. He was like my age.
Right.
Could
You
have been
know?
older. Who knows?
Well, didn't you find him through
Found
your
him.
snooping?
Found him. And I have.
Is that breaking news?
Nah, I haven't
Yeah,
reached out.
he thinks he's gonna
Listen, I can't say it. I can't. Don't incriminate me.
He
but-
has done some fucking investigative work, Billy. And
I heard he
thinks
had
that-
a whole slew of detectives on this.
Well,
case.
he's got where
Yeah.
I told him he was from. B has not just acquaintances, but good friends.
No,
there.
my best friends. And
And
they
now,
listen to the
our
show.
guest coming on live. is-
Here he is.
Halfhead being a home
What if
bum.
I pulled the Pawtucket little man out of my pocket right now? I just fucking yanked him out. And now what would you do? Would you like let him? We'd have to bring him into the studio, right? I want to ride him in the front of my bicycle.
Wait,
like ET.
wait. Into the studio, meaning like into the Zoom, into the stream?
No. Once we go, we record together again.
No.
I think-
No. I don't want that. No.
No, I want him. I kind of want him in there on
he
my
can come
shoulder.
on a
He said
non-live.
he's gonna sit on my shoulder the whole time.
We're gonna see someone is in the waiting room on here, like when we have guests, and it's
It's
going to be
him?
Halfhead.
You're only going to see half his
Yo,
head. In
yeah, hell
the
yeah,
What
but
would
yeah.
how would Halfhead log on to this?
No idea. He'll be at the bodega, but if I say here's 20 clams, Halfhead, there's another
Figure it out.
20 next week. I'm gonna send you a link. Figure it out. Be here.
Okay. Well, I would pitch into Halfhead's fun.
Would you go? Would your line of questioning start with, "My guy, what's up with your lid?"
100%. So
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't
say-
think.
Straight for the story.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
right.
there's nowhere else to go with this guy.
And what if he's like, I was just born this way? I
That-
would throw him right off the show.
No,
I would immediately throw him off the show.
Say, is
get off
that
the
why
show.
you're a dickhead?
Oh no, that's just who I am. If he was like, no, I had a great upbringing. It's but
No,
I'm mad at
then-
the world because I have this half head. What's
Right,
the
then
Knicks,
I just-
what's the Knicks score right now?
My eyes are way
We're-
too bad.
We're beating your ass. 117-87. 7 minutes left.
We can't.
Knicks-
We can't come home to down 0-2. We gotta split up there. If they split, there's hope. If not, I'm gonna turn the whole shit off. Being honest with you.
Well, the beginning of this show went slightly off the rails, but I'm all here
What do you
for
mean?
it.
We're live.
I love
Yeah.
it. So listen, before we go on to
Stop producing
topic,
us.
Yeah.
we said we were going to give away a T-shirt, and I have
Yeah.
to tell everyone how to participate. So if
Yeah,
you're
guys,
live,
listen up.
if you're live right now in the comment section, to enter the drawing, you need to comment hashtag T-shirt. Very simple. Hashtag TSHIRT. Only need to say it once.
It spells
and
like
you'll be
Halfhead.
entered into
This
the drawing
maroon
for
almost
the T-shirt.
misspelled T-shirt.
I did. I did.
.pod.
I was going to make it complicated, but I don't want someone to not get a opportunity to win a T-shirt. So
T.shirt.
it looks like everyone is doing it
Sleeves.
correctly. So that's it. I'm gonna let that run for a little bit, and then we can do a drawing a little later.
Also, I found from an AOTP album a bunch of posters. Okay, I was going through some of my low to try to organize some of my polo, and I found some original from the label when it dropped. Army of the Pharaohs posters from Ritual of Battle. A bunch of them were mangled, but there were like some in the middle that were protected by the ones above it and below it.
Yep.
So I'll sign one of them too. So Billy, should they just same with the T-shirt thing? Or no?
We could do another one off.
Do another
with
one.
another hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag poster.
Okay. And
Keep it simple.
a second drawing, hashtag poster.
Yeah.
Get
Look at
those
that,
in your
guys.
comments. I'll say it again a little later for if anybody joins us later in the show. But that's how we'll get you into this drawing. And I'm going to try something out live.
Yeah, guys, there's a project I have called Hidden Temple. It's B-sides, unreleased stuff, freestyles, all shit that never came out. I haven't OD'd with the promotion of it because it's been sort of this secret, fan club shit, because I wanted to bring it back to back in the day shit where you would get, order records from fan clubs and stuff like that. But it's 12 joints. Like I said, unreleased freestyles, unreleased songs, some of them going back to the 90s. A couple of the freestyles is from like 96. It's some joints I did with Sean C, Vinyl Reanimators, from 99. I was recording in Brooklyn B when Sean was on 4th Avenue. A bunch of unreleased joints. And so there's a digital version of it. You guys will get the digital version. And then we're pressing up a limited edition white label vinyl of it that I'm going to sign. So go over to jmtstore.com, but a lot of stuff over there. Pop the Trunk t-shirts,
Yeah, run those up.
JMT merch. Yeah, JMT merch, Vinnie Paz, vinyl, CDs, cassettes, whatever you need, it's over there, jmtstore.com. That's the hub. As far as social media, you guys can follow us on there because we're pretty active as far as like stuff for the podcast. I'm trying to like really move some stuff through TikTok. As you know, I'm trying to learn it, but I don't know what's going on. At Vinnie Paz 215 on TikTok. So give me a follow there at Vinnie Paz 215. I'm posting Pop the Trunk stuff and cool music stuff at Box Cutter Pazzy on Instagram, at Vinnie_Paz on Twitter. B, where can they find you before we, get into the
At the Killer B24 on Twitter, and at Brendan Long KEOTB on IG. I kept the Knock 'em Out the Box moniker because I think that's makes sense, because that's the introduction people have to me in terms of me and you linking up. So even though we're on this next venture, this Pop the Trunk, and we're still keeping KEOTB alive, I'm gonna keep the KEOTB name because Knock 'em Out the Box is where I got started. So again, shout out to everybody that checks us for boxing, not just the hip hop stuff.
Billy, what up? Is there anything else we need to talk about before we talk a little bit? Something.
Let's hold on. Let's try to give away this T-shirt first.
Okay.
Let me see if I can do this right.
All right, guys, stand by. You're gonna do it now, or are you gonna wait till later?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it live. Why not?
We'll do it live.
We'll do it later. Keep going.
All right.
No, so I saw on Instagram Mickey Fax was talking about Killer Sin. B, you and I have talked about Killer Sin a lot.
Yeah, we have.
Killer Army.
Killer Army.
Yeah. And he was just talking about, Killer Sin was nice with it, and in like the beginning of the lockdowns of COVID, when we all had nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? A lot of twiddling your thumbs and that. I sort of I was posting various posts. Some of them were, just lists, who's the top 25 producers of all time, things like that. And when I saw Mickey Fax talking about Killer Sin, it reminded me of a post I had made in 2020, and it was at the time it was off the top of my head. So it's sort of the listeners, feel free, particularly you and Billy. I want to know where if anyone comes to mind to you guys, but I was thinking of people of MCs that I viewed as being underappreciated, and I think a lot of people go, oh, who's the most overrated or who's the most underrated, and the words that are so in all sports, boxing, it's some, and I sort of was trying to take it like, all right, well, is that slept on? What does it mean to be slept on? And I've mentioned it over the years to various people when I've had hip hop discussions, and it seems like people's definition varies, because someone might name someone and you go, yo, my guy, I know where you're coming from in theory, but that guy went gold. So, it doesn't. I'm not saying that that some sort of success immediately makes you
right.
Not because when I give my list, I'm going to have someone on there who a couple people who might have had gold records. But like, this is how I described it. I said, if I think someone's incredible, but doesn't get mentioned in the pantheon of the all-time greats like Ra or Jay, I see them as slept on or at least underappreciated. In some cases, here's where it gets different for me though in my list, okay? Some of mine on my list, the guy didn't even get the opportunity to share their gift with the world. Maybe you got a bad deal and you only got the single and then a couple guest spots. You go, oh that guy was incredible, but bad decision, or the machine. I don't know what happened. Some got locked up.
Okay.
So do you want me to sort of name some?
Let it rip.
Okay. So the first person that came to my mind was Sunslaughter Melquan. Look, the second Terminator X album.
I was gonna say, so that's
right. So there was you had the Valley of the Jeep Beats. The second one was 94. The first one was 91 or 92. the Terminator X album, I thought Mel Quan, and this isn't hyperbole, I thought on some rhyme shit he was on Nas's level.
Okay.
I heard Crunch Time, and I was like, oh shit, this guy's gonna be, this guy and Nas are gonna be. It was like, to me, I was like, here's 3 guys right now. OC with Time's Up.
Time's Up. Yeah.
I'm like, it's Nas
He's on my list.
or Mel Quan. If this is the next wave, I'm scared. This is the new. These are what Rakim did in '86. These guys did in '93, '94. As far as me being like, they're elevating to that level. And then, so there wasn't a video for that song. Wasn't the single off that second Terminator X, that
it was the
Houdini
compilation
comeback song? Remember that Houdini comeback song? And it blew up a little bit. I mean, I don't mean like massively huge, but it got mad burn.
Right. It was the Shockleys were involved, right? In that.
Yes, record. Because and then Chuck was starting that Slam Jam thing.
Slam Jam stuff, right?
So I was like, "Yo, he was getting."
Yeah, he was. That was the same thing. They had a. I want to say it was in Hempstead. They had like a rap battle that like Mel Quan, Busta Rhymes, all like the Long Island Queens MCs were at in Hempstead, and it was like famous.
You might know more than me because I forget the name. You know, I'm not sure if you know predominantly what studio RA worked out of at that time. You know, not later.
I don't. So there was Eric Sermons was in Dix Hills.
Right. It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
No.
Did RA go to Nassau County to record? And
I
then there was
wouldn't. Where was Charlie Murata's spot, B?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So when I was like, I would always press RA about Long Island guys. You know what I mean? You know, he'd always be like blown away at my knowledge of the unsung guys.
Unsung guys. Right.
Of course, everyone knows the, De La stuff. But and he's like, Patho, you know, Sunflower Mel Quan, yo, he was so ill, right? But, you know, and we just got along because of stuff like that.
Right.
And he was like, no, yo, we used to record at the same spot. And I'm like trying to get info from him. And he was like, bro, all right, so guys, first off, y'all got to look up Crunch Time if y'all are listening. Right. It's with a K. Then here's an ill thing. On the 12-inch, so B, you remember they would try to get, give you more bang for your buck with vinyl back then. There'd be a remix, a B-side, da-da-da.
You would get the B, you get like 6 songs on it.
Right. There were like 3 versions, right? Then there was like 2 other versions where he wrote all new rhymes.
Just different songs.
Right, but they were called Crunch Time.
Right. You know what's funny? That would never happen now. They would be like, no, we're not putting that out.
No, never.
The business of rap or music would be like, no, don't give them. You want them wanting more, not wanting, you know what I mean? Not having enough, not being full. Yeah. You always want more. So,
but of everyone on my list,
that's a good
and maybe everyone historically, he's the one with the biggest question mark to me, meaning I don't have any answers. It's like the biggest what if without answers. If we say, oh, could Adrian Broner have been great? I don't know, but there's answers to that. Like, oh, he didn't take it serious. He was drinking. He was there. Right. There's answers there. Sunslaughter Mel Quan was in rarefied air. And there's basically, if you go digging, and I mean digging, bro, like a maniac, you could come up with like 4 things other than Crunch Time.
Right. That's it.
Demos.
What do you think happens when that happens? Guys get a job. They just.
As I said, he's the one person
you don't have
in this culture that I've actively tried. Like, yo, I know people who knew the people that were around then. You know what I'm saying? Like, RA would know. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew those dudes. And he had a Twitter, and it was like he was in it was a Long Island guy. He's in Manhattan in the picture, and it's like a selfie in like Midtown, and it looked much more recent than the 90s. You know what I mean? Because it's a 32-year-old song. You know, he looked good. He didn't look old. He looked that, you know, and that might have been a dime ago. You know,
Right,
but yo,
right.
anyone who wants to hear someone just completely black out and lose their shit on some rhyming shit, Sun Slaughter, Mel Quan, Crunch Time. My other name, a personal friend of mine. There's more to talk about here. There's more meat on the bone. No puff to talk about here. Tragedy Gaddafi, known as Intelligent Hoodlum. Look, in '87, he appears as MC Percy. He was 14 or 15 on the B side of the Juice Crew All Stars, and then on the Super Kid single, the Hot Day Master Mix. He again, guys, he's 14, 15, rhyming. All of the you look at Queensbridge and you look at Shan, right? And then you look at the wave that blew up of Mob, Nasir, right? Those guys, CNN, all of that, right? Even though Nori was from different projects, right, B?
Yes, he's from
Left Rack?
Left Rack. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually not a project. But yes,
So
the co-op.
if you don't think Traj is the father of that second waves of style, okay? I was listening when they debuted Live at the Barbecue in Philly on the air, and I was like, yo, Intelligent Hoodlum just went rap on that. When I heard Streets Disciple, my raps are You can't listen to the Intelligent Hoodlum album and not the slang Illmatic, the word tragic, that's Traj's word.
Right.
He was the father of all those guys' style, whether they say it or not. That's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not getting into that. I'm just telling you, if you look at it, what dudes really were from across both eras be, it was Traj and Poet. Right. Poet was out then too, you know, with the PhD shit. Way before Screwball. So, but B at 16 years old, he was a stick-up kid. So he gets a robbery charge and goes to Elmira. So, you know, you're the young kid. You have records with Marley Marl. You're in the Juice Crew, basically. And you get sent to Elmira at 16. So he had two, remember the Marley Marl in Control record with, you know, that obviously everyone knows it because of Symphony. But the LP, Traj has two joints on there on Marley Marl in Control. That's 88. So he's still like 15, 16. You know, in the golden era. In 90, he drops the Intelligent Hoodlum record on A&M Polygram. That's produced by Marley Marl. Incredible record. I believe he goes away again for a minute.
Traj. Yeah.
Then he drops Tragedy and the name change happens. The Saga of a Hoodlum record produced by Marley Marl and K-Def. A pre-real live K-Def. You know what I mean? When people really knew. So that Grand Groove was like, what would you say, like a minor hit for all my peoples that passed away? Or are we so regionally thinking that
I think
we're calling
no, it's all that stuff. We could go on for days about minor hits. You know what I mean? Like stuff that people like that was buzz about. But was it like BET, MTV, Hot 97 spins? Nah, it was, you know, either like late night radio, Stretch and Bob style, college radio, you know, but a hit if you're a hip hop head, yeah.
That's a good way. A hip hop head's hit.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers that knew Grand Groove is what you're saying. If you knew the time.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. Like, do you remember a Long Island group, Hard to Obtain?
Yeah. My man Dante signed them and did those beats. Long Island Groove is like one of my favorite. Long Island.
So that was like I would say it's a minor hit. Like,
and we at it again, and we at it again, and we at it. Long Island. Yeah.
Yeah. They're from shout out to Lakeview. But yeah, those I would call those, like you said, sort of regional. Then you kind of make a song about the region you're from. You know, you're not really.
It's very
limiting yourself.
You are. Unless you're in those markets, B, that we've talked about on previous episodes. If you're in the Bay, if you're Mac Mall, Mac Dre, JT the Bigger Figure, those dudes have anthems just for their, for their, you know, for their area. So So then it's like 94, 95, you're not hearing much. And then the East West Coast shit happens. And then I hear LA.
Yeah.
Yo, wait, is that Intelligent Hoodlum? Is that Tragedy Intelligent Hoodlum? What is happening here? And I'm like, yo, because motherfuckers weren't really like the East West shit be, I don't know if you recall this, but prior to LA, like it was subliminal shit that Biggie was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one was really saying shit. And then that dropped. And it's like the mob, CNN, and Trag, and yo,
Well,
that
like the thugs got involved.
correct.
You know what I'm
Now you're
saying?
talking about project dudes who are with the
Right.
shits. And
Well,
I'm
like
like,
that,
oh,
it was
yo, shit's
funny.
about
One of my friends asked me today. He's like, "Yo, in your opinion, was like Nori a real street dude?" And I was like, "Cause he's like he's got this beef with like Steven Jackson,
yeah.
and like basically Nori's like, yo, Steven Jackson, man, do your homework." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not playing with you. And he sent me a clip of that, and I was like, yeah. I was like, he famously shot Mob Deep guys in
Bro,
the ass.
he's not like a rumor guy. He's like a known shooter
Known-
to people in
known-
Queens. Like,
right.
oh no, you mean Poppy? Because that's what they
Yeah.
called Nori, Poppy.
Right.
They're like, no. Poppy would broad
blame you.
daylight boom you.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's not no bullshit.
No, and them dudes met in jail, did tracks about jail,
Yeah.
and and Nori
And Trag is a jail dude.
and Trag is a jail dude, and basically discovered them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he
So,
put that's his brainchild, the
that's
CNN
right.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then a slept on thing because a full length never materialized. But remember the Iron Sheik's 12-inch with
Yeah.
Trag and Imam Thug?
Right.
So that happens after the LA. So now he's fucking buzzing. Then after that, the CNN War Report drops.
Yeah.
You know? So this is
Yeah.
like, this run is crazy. So he gets a deal with G Street. And I'm like, yo, this might be it. He might, this might pop off on some East Coast Pac shit. This is you know what I mean? This is the New York. And my man worked up at G Street and was like, yo, I see Trag all the time. He's the one who introduced us because he was working at G Street when Trag had that deal. And I was like, yo, I need you to get Trag on this record I'm doing, man. I didn't have a title for Violent by Design yet. I was just like, yo, I gotta get him on a joint. So shit hits the fan with G Street. And I think that's really, because that was against all odds. That gets pushed back. It somehow comes out in 01, but not properly. And then in 07, Trag gets booked again and gets 4 years. This guy's a young man.
Right.
So I just can't help but think.
Well, this is like a bad circumstances. If those things never happened, what could have been?
Yeah. But I think what could have been is he not as revered because of these stumbling blocks?
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anybody who consistently doesn't really release, in my opinion, it's like 3 records in a row. You know what I mean? If you have a good 10-year run and 3 records in it to carry you,
right?
And if that doesn't happen, it's not going to be.
And like you're saying, okay, like look at De La's 3-album run, look at Gangstar's, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, EPMD.
Right.
Trag was also like the Intelligent Hoodlum records, more like pro-black. And then Tragedy, the saga continues is like somewhere in between like black consciousness and like street shit. Then the CNN shit, and when he gets the deal off that's really the sweet spot of where this should pop off. And G Street kind of fumbles it, and the label's sort of falling apart, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's all those circumstances put together. If you're not, and then of course all the ancillary stuff, if you're having trouble outside of the business, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah. Next on my list is who Mickey Fax brought up is Killer Sin. Of anything Wu affiliated besides core members, I think Sin is the most incredible rapper of everyone.
Okay.
But this isn't a difficult one in terms of look. He never had a solo album.
Right.
There was like a solo mixtape. He killed every verse he was on, whether it be Killer Army or guest spots, but just in and out of jail. He's down now.
Is he?
You know, yeah, he's locked up
Wow.
right now. So that's not one where you have to question why did this happen. It's more of one like you said about the first two guys. What could have been
Right.
if this guy never goes away, and someone that says this guy's so incredible, we're gonna work on a solo record. You know,
Right,
fourth
right.
disciple. This I would bet probably a lot of money that this guy would be on your list next. AZ.
Okay. AZ?
Yeah.
Well, you know I'm a huge AZ fan, and I actually left them off my list, and I'll explain why. Because the topic, I think he's very appreciated, right? I think everyone. I've never heard anybody be like, "Yo, AZ sucks." I don't like AZ, right? But
what if you're known for being underappreciated?
Right. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, when does that become like, oh, well, you're just appreciated at this point?
When does every single person saying he's not appreciated go, well, if everyone in hip hop thinks
that's why I thought this was a difficult topic, and I'll just go into like who my number one was. I don't have like a long list like you do. It's just two guys. One will surprise you, and I'll give my reasons, because he's had tons of mainstream success, and one is I know this factually. He's a friend of yours. And the first one for me was easy, and it'll always be this. It's Pharoah Monch. And the reason why I say Pharoah Monch is because from Organized Confusion to Internal Affairs to whatever he's doing, whenever he's doing it, you know, I Get High with Styles P. I was always waiting for Pharoah Monch to pop like 10 million records, right? And for whatever reason, the tracks were there. The skill is, I mean, he's in like my top 10 of all time.
I mean, it's otherworldly. And then, bro, do you know he's an asthmatic?
I did know that because I read an interview 100 fucking years ago about it. But yeah.
I mean, to rhyme the way he does and have a breathing condition is, I mean, bro, I've toured with him. He's got the thing. The asthma thing.
Inhaler.
It's crazy.
So for me, song structure, he can do content. He changes his style. He can sing. Why is this guy not on? I hope he's on people's list. And I think, again, does he fall into the same category you were saying? Like he's not as well known as AZ for being underappreciated, right? But
what do you think about if you talk to guys like Paul Malignaggi, if you talk to Chris Algieri, if you talk to boxing guys, and they have these names of people, oh, yo, Paulie Spatafora, oh, right. God, you know how you're a boxer's boxer?
Yeah, right.
It's there are rappers, bro. Like you're not going to be in a room of 5 MCs and not have all of them be like, oh, Monch is that makes me want to quit rhyming. But do just rap fans say that? You said you don't know. I hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What are the comments saying? You know,
guys, if where do you view Monch as a top 10 guy? Do you view him as underappreciated? Because he's not on my list, but that's because
someone
I'm a
just
rapper.
corrected me. It's My Life. It's not I Get High. Sorry. It's the same record though.
My life is all I have.
My rhymes, my pen. Yeah. Thank you for correcting me. I just looked at the comments. I guess do other people have them on? You know, and then real quick, my second, and I'll let people discuss it. And and we've talked about it. It's classic albums, right? I just don't ever see anybody really put them up that high as Redman. And in terms of entertaining, in terms of rhyme skill, in terms of content, in terms of no skips, right? comedy.
I think he's a great name because he's so good that everyone just goes, yeah, he's good, he's great.
It's a
Right.
different kind of
But he's
version
like
of underrated.
he's the
Yeah,
ultimate entertainer.
You're almost overlooked because you're so good and consistent.
Right.
And there's this, Redman's always going to be there.
And now, like recently, recently is whenever I got Instagram was like 9 years ago. He was like, and again, Redman was a DJ too. People don't realize that.
He was Das Effects DJ.
Das Effects DJ.
If you go back and find Das Effects, the Apollo, Redman's their DJ.
Right. Like
what?
Yeah. And then then I believe relatively recently for his career decided to dabble in producing and making beats, and you know what I mean? And he
did a lot of early production, then didn't, and then got back into it.
Okay.
He did
but I mean, yeah, those are the top two guys on my list in terms of how I feel they're underappreciated. But it's Pharoah Monch, like I said, and what I thought when first of all, I thought Organized Confusion. I still think Organized Confusion, him and Prince Poe are incredible. Just an incredible duo. I thought that they were going. I mean, if you asked me in like 95, 96, like what was going to happen, you know what I mean? I'm like, those guys are going to be gajillionaires. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like that shit's got to blow eventually. We're going to start seeing all their videos. We're going to start, and then when Monch went solo, and then the solo stuff on Raucous, and what was Sound Bombing? Was he on that? He was on that compilation.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, my guy Pharoah Monch from fucking Organized Confusion is gonna fucking blow.
Yeah, man.
And I guess he just didn't.
Well, the Simon Says shit is like,
right.
You can. It's one of those things. You brought it up. We just briefly touched on it with the Grand Groove joint, right?
Right.
We were like, yeah, it was like a hit for us, but not.
Right.
That was a really monstrous record within a bubble.
Right. Yeah.
Like, look, Simon Says still wasn't on TRL.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But to us, that was like the biggest underground rap record ever.
Right. And it crossed over in terms of like they would play it at like MSG at like the Knicks games.
Exactly. So it was getting.
But if you ask people like who sings this, I don't know if they,
No, I agree. It surpassed itself in a lot of ways, and then in others, it's like some of the follow-ups. Like, remember, I think the Diamond joint, they did the video. I know you will see the light, baby.
Yeah.
Want you? There were joints on there. Now again, that's like, is that Raucous? Because they did
not promoting it right.
Right. I mean, they folded not long
after that, right?
So it's like.
But he's my ultimate like under. I mean, again, and again, hip hop heads and rappers, when they say to a rapper, who's your, it's him, Black Thought. You know what I'm saying? And he's in that rarefied air to me. He always will be. He's certainly like one of my. I don't know how I'd react if I met him, kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so like I'm like. One of those
cool brother.
You know what I would do? I would say nothing. You know what I mean? I would just be like, I just want to hear this dude talk in front of me.
I like when we did a European tour together. I just tortured Monch with Paul C questions the whole time.
Did you? Yeah. Well, those are.
Yeah. Lord Superb. I thought Lord Superb. Was special and going to be special. He was on Supreme Clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Dini, we made it.
Right.
He did some time as well too, and then he was only 41 when he passed away. But there was some weird stories in there that I can't confirm or deny, like that some of the crimes that he had done that had led to that. The heads wasn't fucking with him like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that could be it right there. But I don't know. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to speak ill of the dead by saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. That's just, I heard some, there was some wild stuff there. Strang Wonder from OGC
Starang Wonder is
was
come on. The
that,
STRANG.
that guy was special.
We've talked about this before we even ever dreamed of having a podcast together. This had to be 12, 13, 14 years ago. You and I were like, I think I said to you, right? Like, I thought he was going to go triple platinum.
Oh, man, this guy was
all day.
This guy had it, man. This guy had it. This guy had it. I don't.
Well,
I
I
know.
mean, if you ask me too, like just in general, like Helter Skelter, the chemistry, the voices, the skill, the delivery, and that I need a doctor to
the therapy joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therapy. Yeah. I was like, what? I was like,
I
this
think
shit's gonna go fucking
a
bananas.
part of me wants to say those guys ran into the beginning of the shiny suit era.
They did.
And they were making
crashed
hard
right
records,
into it.
and so that clash was there for Helter Skelter.
It's weird too, because remember, like, you would catch that stuff on, and again, the end of Yo MTV Raps.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
so
97.
That was all like Yo MTV Rap shit, and then BET was sort of on that time too, but then they changed to like, when, in my opinion, and no offense, and I think he tried, but when they went from like Joe Clair and Big Les to like Big Tigger, their shit changed over there too. You know what I mean? And then
it did.
Tigger tried to bring it back with like the basement, but like Joe Clair was great, and so was Big Les. But Joe Clair would like, he was doing like man on the street style interviews with rappers. I remember Les did an interview with Nas, and this was like when his daughter was just born, and it was like Queensbridge Nas. You know what I mean? Like right when It Was Written was coming out, and like he wasn't groomed yet to to do an interview.
Yeah,
and he's sitting there. It's just the realest shit. Like he's sitting there with his daughter on his lap doing an interview for like like a TV show, like putting a pacifier in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, like on this record, we try, what I'm saying? People might criticize, and like she was asking him about the hate on the record, and he was like, it is what it is. But like I just thought those interviews were so brilliant. And then of course Joe Clair would always mix in the comedy because he was actually a comedian by trade.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if it was pressure from, Viacom or whoever owned them to move towards like more commercial.
But it was weird. So go more
records.
commercial, but like we'll do this set of like the basement.
Yeah, where there's a turntables with a DJ. Remember, it was a different DJ. He'd have someone from your hometown, someone from Philly, someone from the island, someone from the Bronx.
Right. It was
a weird clash.
It was a weird clash. Like you could tell sometimes Tigger was like, I don't even want to talk. Like I want to talk to the Helter Skelters of the world. And then they had that. What was it like? You went into the like they would spit they would have a
in
cipher.
the booth. In the booth.
Yeah.
This is someone who I said someone could have a big song and be on my list. I think Black Rob was mad underappreciated.
Black Rob, yeah. And again, you just said, he got swallowed up with like the shiny suit stuff, but like people don't realize how good that record is.
Yeah, and the other records that followed it.
Right.
Too, up until his passing, every Black Rob album is dope. If y'all slept on his discography, don't.
Yeah. Right.
Juju from the Beatnuts, I think, and that's more like they're called the Beatnuts. They were known, for the beats. So
Native Tongues.
Yeah.
Right. Beatnuts.
Oh, OG Native Tongues.
OG Native Tongues. Right. And it was like two Hispanic dudes.
Three, because it was originally Vic.
Yeah.
It was originally the Mighty Vic, Les, and Jew. And then Fashion came along as a third rapper, and Vic left, but Vic rhymes on the first EP.
Right.
I got more rhymes than Puerto Ricans got cousins. But Vic was incredible. But Juju is one of my favorite rappers ever. And I don't think he gets appreciated as being a rapper. Akinelli, look, man, his first LP is the only fully produced Large Professor record other than the Main Source record.
Right.
Ox Easy, though, he did Put It In Your Mouth a couple years later, and then he started it was all like porno type rap.
All sex rhymes, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not gonna,
No, I mean, like, that turn of, and he's another rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
Like when I remember years back, like when people were like, well, "Who's your favorite rapper?" And Akinyele was on a lot of guys' lists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a large Professor solo EP. There's a song on it called Akinyele, and it's just Ak rhyming for 2 minutes with no hook,
Right.
and he fucking goes
Goes
crazy on
bananas.
it. And goes bananas. Lastly on my list, that I had was Tash from the Alcoholics. I thought Tash could have and should have been a star. Someone saw it. Steve Rifkin saw it because they had the solo album,
Right.
and I thought the way it
Catastrophe was the solo album.
I don't
Was that the
remember
name
who's-
of it, or am I?
I know his rap name was
is
Catastrophe. I remember Rap Life was the single. It had
He
Ray.
was driving around on like the lawnmower, right? Like a lawnmower on rims in the video.
Mhm.
Came out like 99.
Yes. But I feel like I don't know if there's a credited executive producer on that album, but it wasn't what it could have been.
It's Rap Life, bro. And Control Freak is the other one, came out 10 years later, and at that point, it's Rap Life.
He drops something new.
I think I mentioned them on an earlier episode that like skateboarding is what got me into them.
I
411
think you
Video
might have said that.
Magazine. Yeah, it was what exposed me to them. Remember the song Damn?
Of course. The
Yeah.
the remix that Diamond did was crazy.
Crazy. Right.
But the thing with there's a new Tash song. It's the piano loop from Take It Personal, but it's like new drums, like almost like trap drums,
Yeah.
and he goes crazy.
Yeah,
on
he
there.
can rap.
So
he can
it's
rap.
not even like, yo, this is old. Oh, he used to be nice like that. This shit's
Right.
within a month or two.
Right.
I actually should find it to yeah, Billy, if anyone's talking about, throwing some names out there, B and I can
Yeah, sure.
say,
Yeah, I'll try
yo,
to grab some that weren't mentioned that I think would be interesting for you guys to comment on. And I'm going to start.
Yeah,
with,
let's talk to the people.
the
start
new
with
the
our
new
friend.
hold
here.
up real quick. The new Tash joint, it's Tash the Alcoholics, is called Shoe Fits. Yo,
Shoe
that shit
Fits.
is crazy. Yeah, Billy, my bad.
All right, check this comment out.
Cannabis
boy.
is definitely underappreciated in my opinion always. Okay.
Cannabis.
I think he had a window where people, thought he was going to be another guy, I think after the second
There's a
round
2-3
KO,
year period, 97, 98, 99, where people like, this guy's an alien.
he's the
And
second
then
coming.
he got the deal, and you have to deliver with
Right.
what will make you commercially viable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And there was a little push and pull from what I remember, right? He didn't want to do certain stuff
Correct.
that kind of have to do.
Correct.
And then I think guys Wyclef and him, maybe not the greatest mix.
Yeah, what did he say on the second one? I can't call it motherfucking Wyclef spoiled it.
Yeah.
When he talked
Yeah.
about, it's when you're super lyrical, man, it's like it's the gift and the curse that every lyrical person that wants to make a career
Right.
out of this has to do. It's like you look at the list. If Brendan and me and Billy each gave our top 5, top 10, it's like how many of these people were able to successfully maneuver being that ill and making hits and being, it's tricky, man. It's a tricky thing. I think, like you said, B, for that a period of time, I don't think this was underappreciated. You know what I mean? Maybe now people might
No,
not
I
bring
mean
it
there
up.
was people like really behind him, and with the LL beef, I think as he was sort of the underdog, and people really appreciated that they had a beef. They kept it on wax, especially with the climate at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. It was less than a year, after Big and Pac died.
No,
that
bodies
these guys
was
went up.
dropping, man. It could have went
south.
And
But I mean, not for those dudes, but
no, but like you said with Nori, people don't really know. Like, bro, LL was hanging with some people back in the day. Like, he was hanging with Rich Porter, and
right.
like these guys aren't just like what you think of, guys. Like,
Right.
A lot of these guys come from fucking wild places and ran with wild dudes. You know what I mean? It's not crazy to think things could get violent. You know what I mean? Now at that point, L was in the game for what 12 years or something already, and I'm not saying he was
he was
about that.
he was like considered an old man at that point.
Yeah,
That was the whole
absolutely
point,
right,
you know, of that beef.
right. He was like 30. It's he's
Right,
Uncle
he was
L's
an old man. He
Yeah.
just had been around forever.
All right. I thought there were a couple comments here mentioning we got Sundown Gigs. Want to know who doesn't get enough love? Onyx.
Agreed. Onyx
Um,
definitely. Again, Vinny and I have talked about this. We just talked about it earlier. Like 3 really good, strong records all in a
Back the
row.
fuck up. All we got is us. Shut them down. Not
'em
many
down.
people have a run that good,
Nope.
man. 3
Nope.
incredible records.
And again, it's
Incredible.
sort of weird. I almost feel like they're like abandoned by either like the labels promoting. And again, is there more to that story than we know? You know, I think we mentioned last episode. It just seems every time Fredro's on a podcast, he's angry at somebody. You know what I mean? It's someone else's fault. And
well,
I think,
outside, but here's I understand something though, Big. So you go, I think so. Back the fuck up, platinum.
Mhm.
All we got is us, gold.
Shut
Them down, gold. So it's like, how did they? What was Def Jam trying to seem?
Like, you should be able to tour off those records forever. You should be able to,
they
like,
do.
play right.
Those guys tour nonstop.
Okay.
So they're an example of a group that did do what you think you should be able to
Should be
do.
doing,
We can
right.
name a bunch of other people that did
Right.
it, but they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll be out for mad dates. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be
Yeah.
Europe, the U.S., wherever, they're always busy. But
And they both crossed over.
yeah, they both act. They both are in
Right.
have had successful acting careers.
Right.
So yeah, I mean,
Major movies, both guys. Whatchamacallit? Sticky was in the Blade series.
yeah. I mean, whoever brought Onyx up, I agree. I think Onyx is not discussed enough. When
I agree too. And great records. Thank you for that.
they dropped a record kind of recently called 1993, and it's over 90s beats.
Oh, nice.
That
I gotta
record's
check that out.
crazy. It sounds like Back the Fuck Up in
Right.
2020, whatever. You know what I mean?
And then we had a follow-up to Onyx. I see your Onyx and raise you lords of the underground.
Yeah, Lords were dope, man. Shout out, yo, Marley. They got Marley on the production, you know. Shout out Do It All, man. Yeah, Lords, another great group. A lot of so Lord Jazz moved to Paris. And Do It All and Funky are still in Jersey.
The
Do
one
It All
became a politician, right?
Yes, Do It All.
Yeah.
Great dude. Yeah, they just dropped some new shit too. But another great group, man. I mean, we come from a great era. We're very lucky kids. That Taz Shoe Fit shit is dope, man. Find Melquan, Crunch Time, spelled with a K.
I mean, DITC and Lords of the Underground had a major beef, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's footage of Ness rhyming in the Bronx, like a scathing acapella about, because, he was the funky man and Mr. Funky from,
I mean, it kind of adds up. A
lot
lot
of
of
the recent comments are saying Razcast.
See, so does Razcast fall under the category of he's appreciated for like AZ's category?
Where he's appreciated for being underappreciated?
He's appreciated.
Yeah.
Rassassination is like one of my favorite West Coast
Solo Nights, Rassassination. And then you have he did a whole LP joints with Premiere, and the label jammed him up. The Van Gogh jammed
him up, right?
So the LP that everyone in the know said this is going to be the one.
Right.
This is the one where he blows up, and Dre's involved, and this and that. Priority jams him up. He's also a friend of mine, like Raz, my guy. You know what I mean?
So and the Horseman.
Yeah, right? It's not. Some people, because if I have a relationship with them, I'll leave them off because I just think, oh, everyone knows that I think Raz is incredible, but I don't realize that people don't know me.
Yeah, it's funny. I had him on my list and I took them off, and I had AZ on the list and I took them off because I said, but everyone knows. Everyone's maybe I'm wrong. And what I mean by I guess I was curtailing the list to hippity hoppity people.
You're not wrong. I think what happens is you start forgetting that we're more of like 1%ers.
Yeah.
That it was our life. It is
Sure.
our life. If you're a casual fan, I don't know that you're up on stuff that Razkaz did.
Right,
Razkaz
right.
did a record with Apollo Brown that's incredible.
Credible, yeah. That's a great record. I mean, Curious George has got to be on my list in terms of underappreciating sort of.
I mean, A Constipated Monkey was one of the most important records of my high school years,
Right.
But that one's a bit more easier because it didn't sell well, and
right. And then
Hoppo Records was distributed through Columbia, and that was Pete Nice and Bobito's label, and they just cut off funds and cut off the label. So that's easier to, he was being promoted alongside Nas. It's like there's Columbia shots of him, Nas, Big L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Curious is still nasty now.
Still nasty.
Yeah. What up, Billy?
What do you got, Bill?
We have some mentions also. How about Sadat X?
Good pick. Now, Sadat X. Okay, so I'm reading Sadat X should have had a bigger solo career.
Well, Wild Cowboys comes out in summer of 96. And for our scene and the culture, it was big.
That was a big record.
The Lump was big.
Again, he went through a name change, Derek X to Sadat X. Again, and then Brand Nubian. The group is almost too big to sort of and too influential.
And if you say, well, what about Pooh Bah? Pooh Bah was before Brand Nubian. Right. Pooh Bah was in Masters of Ceremony. He was built to be a solo guy.
Pooh Bah was a solo guy. That's what it was.
Exactly. Who happened to be in a group. And he was always the special guy.
Right.
Yeah,
but that take nothing away from Sadat X.
Wild Cowboys is classic.
Is a classic record.
I think, guys, some of these
you know what? I think you're right. He is underappreciated. We just made the point that that Sadat is underappreciated because of how influential Nubian is and Pooh Bah.
And if you want to add on to it, he ran into the Bad Boy Shiny Suit shit too.
Correct. Yep. What was the comp he was on? Oh no, he did a track with. He was on a Prince Paul shit. That Prince Paul record with Common. They had a track.
Thieves.
Yeah, Prince Among Thieves. Yeah.
Oh, the 1999 shit you talking about?
Yeah. That was on that record, right? Prince Among Thieves?
No, I think that was on the Raucous thing.
That was on the Raucous thing. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm getting my late 90s really mushed up here. Jumbled, yeah.
Do you guys have any final thoughts? Because I know we got some people tuned in from across the pond who are excited to hear the drawing. And also I want to open up to some questions for you guys to kind of do, maybe on a different topics that we can throw out. But if you have any final thoughts
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's important to talk about those guys that,
that's a
don't
great
forget
pick.
about them.
Sadat X, that's a great pick.
Yeah. Go listen to Wild Cowboys, guys, if you haven't. 30 years old this year. Fucking hell, man.
It's weird. I feel like I was like so far into my like rap listening career
when that dropped, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was post Brand Nubian, right? So
it was 6 years post Pooh Bah Brand Nubian,
right?
And 2 years post, Word is Bond and Everything is Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, we're gonna try to do the first drawing here for the T-shirt.
Oh boy!
If I can,
come on, Bill, don't fuck this up. They need this.
All right, we're gonna hit this. Ready? And you can't. It's very small. Yeah. Here we go. It's going through the comment. Oh, winner Pepe Pez 6335. If you are still on here, shoot me a comment to make sure you are on it. If not, we will post you as a winner and have you reach out.
Yeah, and if you don't claim it within 48 hours, we're gonna have to.
What do we do?
I don't know what the hell we're
Set
supposed
it
to do.
afire.
Yeah,
Pepe Pez 6335.
let's go,
Billy's
Pepe
gonna
Pez.
set it.
Congratulations, Pepe Pez.
He's here. What up? All right, Pepe Pez, you
All right,
won
Pepe.
the free T-shirt. Do me a favor and email us at the very memorable
Oh my
mailbag
God, Bill,
at
put it in the comments for him.
popthetrunkpod.com. Mailbag at popthetrunkpod.com. I'll get all your info. We'll do another drawing for the poster in a little bit. Guys, let's open it up to
let's open it up to questions.
Some questions, guys, that you have. Could be for Brendan, could be for Vinny. I'm not answering any questions at this time.
Yes, you are.
I'm pleading
when
the
you
fifth.
put the question up, Billy, on this thing,
yep,
it cuts off on my screen. Does it on yours, B?
It minimizes my screen, but I can.
I can only see half of the question.
Oh,
we'll read it out loud because you have a half a screen apparently.
Were you about to slander me? No, I just did something that maybe
someone figured Halfhead would win. That's funny.
What? Someone said that?
Yeah.
I might have you win for that comment.
We'll that comment might get right.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a good
that's
one.
Russ.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it went away.
Let's see.
That was Gary Allen.
Oh, this mother. This is who I think it is.
Gary Allen?
At Soapcheck11. Why is the email so hard to remember?
Sobcheck. I feel you with both hands. Look at his picture.
I feel like I know that guy.
I think yeah, Billy, that was my fault.
Guess what? You know what? You know what I realized? Me and Subcheck about him, I just realized something very recently. Him and I share an affinity for Trick Daddy. We're both big
You
fans.
both have road rage too.
Okay.
All right, let's get some new questions in, guys. What do you want to know from this crew here?
What
All right, here's a good one, Vin. Hold on. Let's see if this sparks anything.
This is like a Reddit.
I've been in a couple of these sessions. Vinny, what's your favorite story from an AOTP recording session? I don't know if there's any stories or just kind of the general vibe, if you remember when.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been in a few of them.
They were mayhem, man. Like in the early days, it was a bit. I'm not gonna say it was so long ago that you all had to be in the same spot at one time because obviously there were Pro Tools and stuff,
right,
and sessions. But we did tend to have that thing going on that when you hear about groups like when they were always together, you hear like the early Woo stories and stuff, So there would be way more people in the studio than what's that called when a restaurant has a certain
limit.
Yeah, what's that called? The
capacity.
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 Yeah, I mean if there's like 10 people in a studio session, right? At Scott's, it's getting tight in there. There were like 25, 30 people in some sessions.
Standing room only. Got to play the wall.
Blunt guts everywhere. I remember this kid that was a friend of mine brought this young boy, and through the course of the night, the young boy was drinking whatever was around. I could see shit was getting messy, and I was gonna have to smack the shit out of this kid. But I was working, and that kid, like an hour later, stumbles towards me. I don't know what he's doing, and he grabbed my gun.
And that's your favorite story?
No, I
That's
just
like the least favorite.
No, I wanted to fucking. I almost fucking like disarmed him to kill him like Halfhead.
I can't even imagine. I wasn't
almost half-headed
I
him.
wanted to kill this motherfucker, man. And my man who brought him did the my bad. I'm like, yo, man, I don't need this shit, bro.
Get him.
I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit really in life, but I certainly don't hear it.
Don't need it
at
here,
work. Like you shouldn't have brought him anyway. So I'm already not feeling that,
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think this kind of will go into just generally more of a, where do the artistic decisions come from? but what's the concept of the gray and blue vinyl records for the Season of the Assassin? I don't know if there was a specific answer to that or not.
I wanted the vinyl colors to not deviate from the colors of the cover. So I wanted them to like be sort of one conceptual piece. And I said, well, these colors, when I picked the vinyl, are represented in the artwork. Therefore, if it's if it's gray and blue, to pick orange vinyl to me would have been some sort of eyesore of as a conceptually a piece, if it was a piece of art or something. I didn't want it to deviate from that.
Right. And now, is there anything specific? Is it always a choice like that, or is it sometimes just random with these choices for art and things like
Well,
that? Or
you get into weird things as an artist. You get into like obsessive stuff, which it would be that. Like, yo, I don't want it to deviate. We did that weird green for Jacinto's Praying Mantis, right?
Mhm.
And that went against all of my obsessive inclinations because I go, well, does this fit in terms of B would be like wearing an outfit, and you go, this doesn't match. But that's not how you. Oh, it's not how art is approached,
Right.
But it's like you're right now. Your hat matches your low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you made it that way. You wouldn't put on a fucking green hat, or well, you might. There is green in that.
There's
You
green.
wouldn't put on a
yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Lime green hat.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And I remember with that, I was like, this doesn't make any sense, so let's do it. But a lot of times I'm trying to have it be an extension of the artwork.
Right.
Most times.
And we have a quick comment I'd like to highlight. We have some friends in the audience here. I'm here for Brendan.
Boo.
Outer Space AOTP has commented.
This is a smear campaign.
Go listen to Mechanic Shop. Go get that now. Go run those numbers up for those boys.
Mechanic Shop remix featuring Reef the Lost Cause. It's more of a smear campaign from Planet.
All right, here's one we can all answer. From Nate Cope, 2810. What's a random ass song that you three have stuck in your head? I got Helter Skelter's I Ain't Having That.
I ain't having that. I ain't having that.
A random song that's stuck that
I mean, I know mine. It comes immediately for some reason every day of the week in my head. At some point, I go, next day's function, high class munching, food is served and you're so cold.
Oh my God, Young MC!
Wow,
just bust
Young
a move.
MC. There's a Young MC
Always
bust
in my
a
head.
move shout. The random. It's not a rap song. A random song is probably. I know what it is. A random song stuck in my head is Doobie Brothers. What a Fool Believes. It's always stuck in my
You
head.
have to sing
Is
it
it?
for us.
What a fool believes.
I had this shit. It's this hillbilly white boy, but not in that way like Jelly Roll shit. I mean like country as shit. His name's Jay Wick.
He's a rapper?
It's called Pork Chop Sandwich.
And that's what's in your...
That shit stuck in my head.
Like all the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like years.
No, I know what you mean. I have
Michael
them
McDonald.
too. I have them. Like I have that shit's always stuck. You know what I mean? I have joints like that have been ruining my brain since childhood.
And since
Jay Wick shit is.
I'll tell you right now, since we've done this show or our shows together, the last 5 years is Philadelphia Freedom. I love. Every time I'm on the train, I'm like little Elton. Right,
That's
I get a
L,
little
and that is
excited.
like
Something
most
stuck in my head.
flamboyantly gay
Most
too.
flamboyantly gay
And it's
too.
about
yeah.
our city when he's on that
Right.
type time.
Well, that was for a professional tennis team. That was
Mhm.
their theme song, and Billie Jean King was
Correct.
like the captain of the team.
Correct.
They were gonna go professional team tennis.
What a nightmare.
That flopped.
What a nightmare.
All right, let's see. We have Philadelphia Slander. What are we currently collecting? Vinyl figs, books. The limited color runs are appreciated in the record. You guys collecting anything right now that you've kind of been
Always.
obsessed with?
Always.
Ben, I know you always are. Anything,
Always.
anything new or
Um,
overly
Getting vinyl
abundant
orders
right now?
vinyl orders every day. Same with books. I just got the Dead City book, Dead City Punks. Yo, cop that. It's so dope.
Am I collecting? Yeah, I made a mistake, and I downloaded like the New Era. I send them to Billy when I find ones I think he'll like.
Mhm.
The New Era app.
mhm.
Don't do it.
So
I
now
know you
you're
don't wear
on-
hats a lot,
You
but
just buy.
it's fucking bad, man. They got like all kinds of cool shit, especially like so minor league baseball team hats
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're dope.
are fucking
Yeah.
ill.
The one Lookouts joint that Cool Keith has on.
I
the
had that
cover,
hat in
That
eighth
so did
grade.
I. That
Yeah,
hat's
Chattanooga Lookouts.
Yeah.
That's the Chattanooga Lookouts. I also had this one, the Carolina Mudcats.
yeah.
and
I
it was
remember
the
that.
C with with like a catfish through it. Yeah, they dope. Like the hat Billy's got on for Jacinto's praying mantis. Like that'll be a mascot somewhere. Like the
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like the isotopes.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Excellent.
really collect anything. I don't know if I have time for it right now. Maybe in the future, but
No, a
You
big
collect
shot
kids.
doesn't have time. He does.
I have been collecting a few of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is difficult. Yes, you have to put those
Feeling the
the
freedom.
freedom I love. Yeah, you have to put those things to the side a little bit. There's shit like when I'm at work and I pass like the sneaker store and I walk in and I'm like, and now it's like not cool to get kicks. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't
Mhm.
cool anymore. So now
Mhm.
I'm back into it. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, I could buy like
Well, you
one.
guys have to get through the stretch of time that your children, the ages of your children, are not conducive to blowing thousands of dollars on anything.
Right.
You got to get the kids out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
and
an
then I
age
go
where they're.
and I go into like things like where I'm like, oh, should I be a suit guy? You
Mm.
know what I mean? Like, how dope would it be to have like a closet full of suits?
I think you'd be a good suit guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, looks like I got a new obsession.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that'd be dope, right? Like to have like a million different suits.
Yeah, but you're
That'd
like
be-
a watch guy. You still have your
I am.
thing.
Yep. Yep. I do. I sold my Omega recently. I won't sell some of my other stuff, but yeah, I just sold my Speedmaster. I just wasn't wearing it. It sat around. You know what it is, Vin? I went a full year without wearing it one time,
Yeah,
and I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
move this thing.
I did that with my IWC.
All right, you hated that watch though,
I
didn't you?
hated it. I hated it. You and my cousin liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
All right, I got one more fun one that
Okay.
I'd like to
Mhm,
comment on.
mhm.
This is at SIN Survival and Negativity. Billy, what's your favorite / least favorite memory of drinking with the guys? And one stands out, Vin. I don't know if you remember this.
Mhm,
The first time I went to Europe with you guys, and I think it may have been the first night we were there and we were in Germany. And I think we had like a day or two before we even had a show. So, like, obviously we got at it a little bit, but I believe it was like me, you, and Crip back in the
Okay.
hotel room. We had Cannon Pete with us, who we've never introduced on the show, but
We-
he was our mascot.
I
at the
think this
time.
is Leipzig.
Like, do you know where I'm going with this?
No, but I remember the. Go ahead.
I don't know what happened, but I ended up like falling in the bathroom and chipping. Remember, I chipped my front teeth
Yes.
on that tour, and all you guys did the entire tour was make fun of me and come up with nicknames like
Yeah.
Chippy Longstocking,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Chippendale. The whole tour, I literally chipped. I have fake teeth now because of that night. because I chipped my front teeth while hanging out the first night
You-
here in Europe.
See what this Vinny does? Bad
I
influence.
remember the chip jokes, and you shaved your beard on one tour, and we were like, I was like, do you have a double chin? And
Oh man,
everything
no!
was
Don't bring up these bad memories.
I was like, Chinson Price, Chinny Testaverde.
Yeah, I couldn't grow that beard back fast enough. Chinny Testaverde. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's great.
god.
Yeah. It was just unrelenting ball breaking on those tours. There's got to do something to stay sane, B. You know what I mean? Laughter's the best medicine.
All right, guys. I think it's time to give away a poster.
Word.
All right, second giveaway
Bring
of
up
the
the
night.
poster drawing, and here we go.
Here we go.
This is for a signed AOTP poster.
Well, just from me. I'm not fucking
Nice. Nicholas has been commenting.
Nicholas.
So I know he's in there. I believe he's
All
still
right.
on. And I will comment, but remember, send me an email at mailbag@popthetrunkpod.com.
Say it
That
again.
is mailbag@popthetrunkpod.com, and I'll get all your info. And we'll make sure we get that out to you.
Salute, Nicholas.
And thanks for riding with us, Nicholas.
Yeah, thanks for riding tonight.
Well, guys, I think our first live was pretty
Now it's
successful.
in your head.
Yeah, I do too.
We're all
Yeah.
gonna walk out of here with songs in our heads.
Mhm.
We have a new character for the show, Halfhead.
Halfhead.
What's the name of their group?
Lil
Halfhead
Rodeo
and
and
Lil
Halfhead.
Rodeo.
Halfhead,
Halfhead
Lil
and
Rodeo.
Lil Rodeo. Fucking
Yeah.
dark, man. Fucking hell.
Bad news.
Vin,
Yeah.
what are you promoting nowadays? What do you got going on?
Yeah, I got the Hidden Temple project that I told y'all about. Regarding new music, there'll be news soon. I sent Billy a bunch of joints for the new record. I'm just trying to sort of whittle it down because I have mad shit that I like. JMTstore.com for all of your needs. And Box Cutter Pazzi on Instagram, at Vinnie Paz 215 on TikTok, at Vinnie_Paz on Twitter, JMTstore.com for everything. New music news coming soon, guys. I got mad joints in the tuck, so I'm just sort of going through the creative process of whittling down everything that I have. B, where can they find you?
At the Killer B 24 on Twitter and at Brendan Long KEOTB on IG. I used to give out the email on the old show, but on the new show I leave it up to Billy because I don't remember it. So, Bill, hit him with that email.
The email is mailbag@popthetrunkpod.com. And the Instagram is popthetrunk.pod.
And where is the
you can
where
find
can
our
they find
t-shirt, which we just gave out at jmtstore.com. I am modeling that, as well as the Jacinto's Praying Mantis hat here.
Where can they find Bindle Sticks, though?
At Billy underscore
box
Bindle
cards.
Sticks. And last weekend I got back in the game and I'm feeling it again. So
on the
we're gonna
floor of
be-
your local bar.
we're going to be putting out some bad bets.
With Halfhead.
No,
He's with
don't.
Halfhead in the back of the bodega.
Don't take the boxing bets are good. The other sports
We
bets
gotta
aren't so good.
We got to make sure Mushy doesn't come along this weekend.
Oh, let's. The run I had was epic right before you decided to end the show.
Nonsense. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Our first live edition. If you listen via the podcast,
Again, subscribe, like, and tell us if you want us to do this again or if you hated it.
yeah, all that stuff counts. Comments and all of that. We don't know why. With that said, say goodnight, Billy.
Good night, Billy.